All right, let us tackle the second question. How do you deal with parking when parking spots are assigned? And wait for it, free parking is like 2 blocks away from guests. Does that make the guests feel uncomfortable with booking with you? And the best way of going about parking in a situation. Okay, so there's two parts of this question. All right. First part is, should you acquire a property where parking as is at a premium? And my short answer is it depends. Um, if the numbers work, then they work. Absolutely never, never acquired something and you things have to work out. Remember, it's 40% occupancy that we're looking at, right? If things have to work out 50%, 60%, 70% of the time, 80% of the time, just to for the numbers to work, don't do it. 40% is our break even. Everything after 40% is our profit. Okay. So the numbers have to work 40% of the time. Now, let me say this. If the numbers work and we have this parking situation, our experience tells us that looking back, 50% of our guests are, using their own transportation, but 50% are not. They're using Uber, or something else. A friend is assisting them from work. So, that in and of itself, the inconvenience of the parking shouldn't be your basis for making a decision. So now what you can do, the second part of the question is, will this make the guest uncomfortable? Yes, if they're not aware of it. So if you can accurately communicate what's going on in your listing, um, on the front end, so there's a level of transparency and you can kind of come back to it, it will help you. Now, what's the best way of doing that? I would recommend that you just kind of put down a rough draft of whatever you're thinking about, like I do all of the time, and then put it through Chat GPT, and prompt rewrite for clarity or rewrite for professional friendly tone for Airbnb guests, or rewrite so that guests feel safe and comfortable in this situation where there's limited parking. Rewrite for. So put down your original thoughts on paper and then put the tag rewrite for and put it in the Chat GPT and see what comes out the other side. Choose the best product. Okay. So that's how I would address parking. The final question, and I think I went in reverse, but if you have two places that you're looking at and they're in close proximity to one another, will they compete against each other for bookings?